All right, so we're back on the air. We had an illegal leaving early call on first base, so they took the result of the leaving early, and Guzman is back in. And she drives the ball to center field. So there'll be one out. Maury Stevens is out for leaving early. Marissa Medina with a single to center field.
Number 26, Isabel Guzman.
So Isabel Guzman comes to the plate. Medina with 8 stolen bases on the year. And the pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Pie on the rubber. Line drive to Pie. She's not able to handle that one, unfortunately. They're going to try to go to third, though, and she's going to be dead out at third base. Pie with a great job. Line drive, gloved it hard. Rolled all the way back to the first base line. She stayed with it the whole time. Was able to get it. They tried to stretch it from first to third and were thrown out at third base. So now Marissa Medina makes her second out of the inning, but only one of them counts. We're going to go to Monica Serrano here at the plate with Isabel Guzman at first base. First pitch, called ball. Pie's thrown a really good series so far, and she starts off this inning pretty good, but there have been a couple of good hard balls hit by the Jackson State offense. That's the scary part of throwing a pitcher multiple times in a series. They've stretched her out with Bailey Greenlee relieving her twice. So that pitch is going to be called strike, and we're at 1-1. This is not a matter of overuse, but they have seen her a lot. Umpire calls that one a little bit too far outside as well. One thing about it, though, if she's hitting that outside corner like she has been the last 2 days, just last night and this afternoon, they can see her all they want to, but that pitch is still going to be difficult to deal with. That's going to be a dead ball, foul ball into the batter. We get 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in the we got 2 and 2. I'm sorry, I missed one. And 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first here in top of the first inning. Wind up in the pitch. Hard ball back to Pie. Pie took 3 balls to her. She caught 2 of them. One of them didn't count. The other one she got her out at third. So you're going to have no runs, 2 hits, 1 error.
That'll do it for the top of the first inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was
first inning with Alabama State.
1 error with 1 left on
Kendall
base.
Ramos, Madison Myers, and Alexa Demby coming up. everybody. Barbara Williams Softball Complex. Bottom of first inning, we're going to have Kendall Doremus. Lineup is no different from game 2 in the series to this game. For Alabama State, Jackson State has a couple of changes in their lineup, in their order, on their defense, and in the circle, with Marissa Medina pitching for them. She has been in right field first 2 games. She comes to the circle, sporting a 1.7 ERA, but only 12 innings pitched, so not a lot of innings, not a lot of work. Get the outside pitch, moved 1 ball, 1 strike. Doremus digs in. Takes a low pitch, ball 2. Ball 3 moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. Doremus wanting that outside pitch as a ball. Again, she's just looking to get on base because she can turn into a human double machine simply by walking, because she's got 31 stolen bases on the year. This faces a full count here. Medina takes a signal, and her wind up and pitch is inside, and Doremus is now on first base.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, left fielder number 2, Madison Myers.
Bring up Madison Myers. Myers in left field. She's 486 hitter. On base percentage, 543. She's leading the team in both of those stats. She can pull in a couple of RBIs too with a speedy runner here, but she's mostly going to be a true soft slapper. Looks at the bunt. Kendall Doremus has her 32nd stolen base of the year. And here comes Coach Montgomery. Coach Montgomery is going to bring the umpires together.
I think he's ranking in the top 10.
I'm not sure why Coach Montgomery thinks it's funny. I'm not sure what he thinks they missed here. And Doremus is still going to be ruled safe. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Now there's a runner on second base. Doremus. And Coach Montgomery just got his first warning of the series. Not really surprised by that. I think he's been teetering on it the whole game, and I think they decided we're not going to listen to that for this 3rd game, whatever it might be.
She's 1 from tying first, so she just tied for first.
First?
Yeah.
In the country?
Go, Maddie.
That stolen base, of course, stats need to be updated throughout the day and that sort of thing. This is the 3rd game of this weekend series, but right now that puts Kendall Doremus is the leader in the country stolen bases with that 32nd stolen base. Madison Myers, 1 strike in the pitch. She's going to put it down. Third baseman all over it, but the throw's going to drag her off of the base. Nobody's covering at second. Madison Myers does what speedy slappers do. They put the pressure on the defense. Third baseman made a heck of a play, brought the throw
Next
over
up at
just a
bat
little
for the
bit, brought
Hornets,
her off of the
right
base.
fielder number
And
5,
because nobody was
Alexia
covering, she was able to
Demby.
steal second base with nobody covering.
Let's go 5.
Demby takes one in the ankle on that pitch. Maybe her kneecap. It hit something very solid, though. Did not get any of the fleshy part. And Coach Bradley is calling for assistance.
Second. I figured it. So she's second.
Demby's going to have to be getting attention from the trainer. She's going to walk to first. Sure that hurt.
Next up at bat for the
Probably
Hornets,
didn't make her
first
very happy
baseman
either.
number 27, Alex Preston.
Have a couple of things not go your way, and then all of a sudden you get hit. Sometimes you start thinking in your head, did that come on purpose or not? But I don't think that she wanted to load the bases up here with Alex Preston coming to the plate. Preston with 5 home runs on the season, 33 RBIs. And the pitch is going to slip out. Pass ball on the catcher. Couldn't handle the spin, let it go, and Doremus is in for the first round of the game. Pitch is real strike. We got 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. We got a 1-0 game. Preston dials in, fouls the inside pitch off. Medina has not been afraid to come inside today. That resulted in 1 shot on the knee to Demby. But we've got runners on second and third and a chance to maybe blow this game open early. Takes a high. Pitch is a ball, and we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner on second and third. 1-0 Alabama State. Gonna pad that lead. It's a foul tip caught by the catcher. Out
Next up at bat for the Hornets, catcher number 34, Brooke Ramsey.
Ramsey coming to the plate. Catcher threw a couple of runners out in the first game. Proved to be pretty big in a 3-1 game, especially keeping the Hornets close until they were able to score in the 5th inning and push the game over to their favor. She takes the first pitch for ball 1.
Right in the middle, wide open.
There's got to be a tag there, and their tag is late. So a great squeeze. I believe it. Were we moving down the line on that, or was that straight sack?
Next up at bat for the Hornets, third baseman number 22, Keon Parrish.
Had the speed on the bases with Myers. Perfectly executed. Now we have runners on first and third. We got 2-0 lead with only one out. Great bunt by the catcher, Ramsey. Got a speedy runner at third. They go for the put out at the plate and just too late. They didn't have a play at first either, so it was just either way you go. Low pitch back. So you had the throw down cut off by the short. Low almost took the pitcher out. She whipped around and tried to get the third baseman out. It bounces off of the infield, off of the home team dugout, and comes back into play. So we weren't able to move runners. So now we have runners on second and third. And this time, Coach Montgomery's out there yelling at his team and not the umpires. He does not like the way this has started so far. 2-0, runner on second and third. That was a brief visit. I think he just had one simple thing to say, and that was to get their act together, and then he was able to walk away. He can't say anything else to the umpire, so he'll be gone. Keon Parrish with 1 ball and no strikes. Looks to get this lead bigger. Parrish hitting 281. She takes strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. Runner on second and third. And I don't think Coach Montgomery's going to be happy with that. Beautiful bunt down the third base line. The runner is running on the squeezed bunt. Runs past the third baseman.
For the Hornets.
She does a 360. She's got nothing anywhere to go with the ball. Parrish is able to take second because no one's covering. And it's 3-0. And we haven't gotten the ball out of the infield in several at-bats. I said it earlier, it's a lot of things that happen when you have a lot of speed. And what you just saw was one of them. Reminded me of that viral video where the catcher got duped by the runner and looked away. She kind of looked and roll over her backside and realized there wasn't a runner there, and all of a sudden she was pasturing at home plate. 2 strikes. On batter Alana Scott. Let's get something in play and keep the runs going. Medina stays inside. Pushes the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a runner on second and third. And she's had a tough time. We haven't hit the ball out of the infield in a while. Holding 3 runs. It's 2 balls. Ball outside runs count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. High chop, shortstop. She charges hard, isn't able to put a handle on it. She fires over to third, unable to get an out. That's going to be an error on the shortstop.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, number 3.
Put it in play right now.
Greenlee.
And you got a chance to do something. Alana Scott reaches on the error. We got runners on first and third. As a run is able to come in. Bailey Greenlee to the plate.
Oh, babe.
She puts it in play. Third base. Stays fair. Third baseman's able to haul it in and fire over to first. Jace
Next
Jackson.
up at bat for the Hornets,
Arredondo.
second baseman, number 14,
Bailey
Jada
moves the runner over. Second and third for Gardner. Jada Gardner comes up. It's 4-0. See if the hometown hero can do something right here with 2 outs.
Right now, Jada.
Dina finds the outside corner. Strike 1. Balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. She takes a signal. Toes the rubber. The windup in the pitch. It's going to be low and away. That's going to be a wild pitch on the pitcher, I believe. This time, Kiana Parrish slides in for the 5th run.
Hey, middle's wide open, Jada. Drive it through there.
And Gardner comes up now with a 5-0 lead and a runner on third.
Scoreboard said 4.
Hang on.
Oh, you good? Same team.
Pitch to Gardner outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, yeah, she a fresh.
Gardner hitting 337. Digs in. And the ooze from the crowd as another inside pitch graces ahead of an Alabama State Hornet. Go 3 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, Jada.
It's a soft grounder. She gets the extra step. Ball's thrown away. Gardner's going to stretch it to third base. She's going to get a single. Advances on the throwing error.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Hornets, center fielder number 1, Kendall Duramus.
5 or 6. Let's go push score to 6-0. Gardner. We're back to the top of the lineup. Kendall Duramus. For playing Little League, this is the 10th batter. All you got to do is get it back to the circle. Unfortunately for Jackson State right now, it's going to be a little bit more complicated than that. They're going to have to catch it and throw it successfully to get a 3rd out. As Duramus takes the inside pitch, off her hands, move the count to 0-2. Gardner speedy on third base. Duramus takes the outside pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, I don't recall Alabama State hitting one out of the infield yet. Boosted by 2 errors. Some nice bunts. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And honestly, outside of probably one of the errors, most of the errors have been created by the speed that Alabama State's had, the placement of the balls they've put into play. Nothing's going Jackson State's way, and that's okay with me. Gets it to short, and if it gets to shortstop, folks, Kendall Duramus is going to make it. She's going to drive in Jada Gardner.
Next up at bat
make it
for the Hornets,
7-0.
left fielder number 2, Madison Myers.
Madison Myers comes to the plate. Let's see what Doremus can do here. She can get her 33rd stolen base of the year.
For stolen bases.
Myers is going to take the pitch. Doremus holds tight. 7-0. Runner on first. Myers at the plate. Takes the inside pitch and goes left. Third baseman catches it, but in foul territory. It's going to bring Myers back to the plate. 4-0-2 count. Strike count. Myers. Doremus on first. Doremus is running. She's going to be safe. They're not able to make the play at first. The first baseman not able to handle it. Doremus, who was stealing, goes from first to home off of a mishandle by the first baseman that only went into the first base coach's box. And that's going to put the score at 8-0.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, right fielder number 5, Alexia Demby.
Myers holds it first.
Hey, get through it. Don't dump that barrel.
You gotta be 5 minutes, right?
Great base running by Doremus.
Oh, yeah.
Good job of Myers getting down the line. First baseman not able to hold the throw. And Alexia Demby just tried to hit one over to Jackson Hospital and check it in for the Easter weekend.
She got 14.
Hey, let's go, kid.
Demby with a strike.
She did the last one.
She probably would have turned on that. I don't know if she didn't just have a little bit of hesitancy because she took one off the kneecap the last time she was up. That ball almost got out of the infield when it hit her in the knee. She looks good here, though. This 0-2 count. She's going to take the next pitch to make it 1 ball, 2 strike.
Hey, now down to the ball.
Sometimes they'll go from here to schools.
But we don't want that to happen.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Like, you always see them coming like to an HBCU from like Sacramento State or something.
We have two from, we have one from Fresno and,
Demby with the swing and the miss. That's going to end the inning.
you got
Yeah, it's 8 runs,
5 hits,
5 hits,
3 errors.
3 errors, and 1 left on base. Alabama
That'll do it for the
State.
first inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was 8
8.
runs on 5 hits.
Jackson
3
State,
errors with
0.
1 left on base.
Top of the second inning here. Got one strike on the batter. Isis Taylor. She hits it into right field. That's going to get past the right fielder, Alexia Demby.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number
Looks like
19,
whatever
Christina
gift
Carlson.
that Jackson State has. I surely hope that Alabama State didn't catch it as well. Alabama State with an 8-0 lead. Runner on second. Christina Carlson comes to the plate. The freshman hitting 250. Fouls one down the first base line. It's going to be an error on the first base coach, but that's not going to show up in the stat line. Ashley Pye receives the ball back from Alex Preston. She gets in the circle, digs in to the rubber, takes her pitch, the wind up. It's going to be a line drive to Gardner, or soft liner to Gardner. Gardner's not able to handle it in the air,
Next up at bat
but
for
was
the
able to
Tigers,
keep it in
third
front
baseman,
of her
number 42,
and get the
James
out at
Jackson.
first base. The runner at second, unable to move. So we've recorded an out, and that's going to bring up Jace Jackson, the third baseman. Pye fires it in there for a strike. No balls, one strike. Runner on second. Jackson, I saw her one time, and one we had the bunt to her. It was a hit. Ran past her, third runner on third, and she just kind of looked and smiled like, I don't even know what I can do with that. She takes a pitch off the foot. And let's see if Coach Washington's going to try to delay it. Coach Montgomery's going to try to delay the game anymore. No, he's going to let, I guess he figured since that came off of her foot, it was okay not to delay the game by a couple of minutes.
At bat for the Tigers, number 5, first baseman, Alexis Arredondo.
Alexis Arredondo at the plate now. Runners on first and second. Alexis Pye. Outside, a little bit too far out. Maybe a little low. Ashley's thrown 2 solid games, the first and second game of this series, and starting off with another solid game. She misses outside, but
Let's go now. Let's go.
Pye takes the pitch call, settles in on the rubber, rocks back and fires inside corner, and gets the first strike on this batter. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first and second. Arredondo, 292 hitter. It's back to Pye, able to go to third. Are they able to go across? Doesn't. She holds it probably wisely after watching the balls bounce around in this last inning. So that's Pye.
Next up at bat for the Tigers,
Scott.
second baseman, number 4,
For the
Samaya
second out of the
Huckabee.
inning. And that's about the 4th, maybe 5th ball hit directly back to Pye. Very good fielding pitcher. And that's going to bring up Samaya Huckabee. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Pye gets her signal. Curve moves off the inside and over the middle of the plate. Huckabee not able to handle it, and then he got a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Ball hit over on the left side. Scott cuts it off wisely.
1-2.
Fires it over to Preston. And no
That'll do it
runs.
for the top of the second, ladies and gentlemen. That was
Jackson
no runs
State
off
that
one
in.
hit, one
got a hit.
error with 2 left on base.
Alabama State made an error in the field. Jackson State left 2 on. We're going to the bottom half of the second
we are
inning, and
proud to
Alabama
announce
State 8.
signs now as our
Jackson
official
State
signage partner
0.
for ASU Athletics. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second. And
You have a new first, number 25 is playing first base
we
now.
have a new first baseman, number 25, Caden Harris.
Substitution at first
In for
base for the
Ari Donnelly.
Tigers, number 25, Caden
First
Harris.
the whole series.
Appreciate you.
And Medina ready for the first pitch of the inning. Foul back by Alex Preston. Preston, 284 hitter. 400 on base percentage. 33 RBIs. Love to see her get her 34th, which would include her 6th home run right here. But she fouls this one off. We're good, no balls, 2 strikes. Preston fouls that off. Hang in there. No balls, 2 strikes. I'm just impressed with her split grip. Usually see it about a finger's length gap. She's got about 2.5 finger, and she swings the bat very well. They get a low
Next up at bat for the
Got the
Hornets,
outside corner.
catcher number 34, Brooke
That's going to be the first out of the
Ramsey.
inning. As Brooke Ramsey comes to the plate for the Hornets. The best thing to do here, you got an 8-0 lead. You got enough to end this thing early, but you keep on adding on to it and adding on to it. Don't just put up 8 and then hold it for the rest of the day, because that would allow the Jackson State Tigers to chip away at it here and there, here and there. The first pitch is a ball.
After the pitch is a ball. What play?
And it's going to be low for ball 2.
Absolutely not.
Ramsey, freshman catcher. Ground ball to short. Ruiz over to Harris. Records the second out of the inning.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, third baseman, number 22, Kiana Parrish.
Kiana Parrish comes to the plate. Parrish, 281 hitter, senior third baseman. A 386 on base percentage. 12 RBIs. She takes first pitch for a strike. Parrish. Medina getting the outside corner. Parrish looks at it, doesn't like it. The crowd a little bit as if they don't like it, but I got to tell you, like it because Ashley Pye's been getting that pitch for 3 days, for 3 games now, and we have won that pitch more than they have. And Medina misses high on that pitch. You get a 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What's the baseball score?
They're going to check. Say no swing. Dana gets her pitch, wind up, it's fouled off. 2 ball, 2 strike. I mean, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still, she fouls that over.
You in the Cal State.
Scott with another foul ball. She's just going to foul it off until she finds something she likes. Hopefully drives it out there for the Hornets. Keep this inning going. Last thing you want to do is put a big inning in and then come in the next inning and 3 up, 3 down. Give Jackson State a little bit of confidence. You want to keep them out of it. But that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to hit it a shortstop. Maya Ruiz with the catch. No runs, no hits. No errors.
That'll do it for the second inning, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
That
2
was
complete
no
innings.
runs,
Alabama
no
State
hits,
8.
no errors
Jackson
with
State
none
0.
left on base.
Welcome back to the top of the 3rd inning. Alabama State with a couple of defensive substitutions. In the pitch is Haley Dyson. Dyson was from Pike Road, played down the road at Hooper Academy, catching Madison Britt in the game. Dyson hits inside pitch for strike 1. Mari Stevens batting now for Jackson State with the 0-1 count. And Dyson digs in, misses high and away for ball 1. Britt, a transfer from Wallace Dothan. Hailing from around the corner as well, Eclectic, Alabama, over in Elmore County, and Dyson with the 2nd strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stevens digs in. Dyson with the windup. Misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I believe we've got an illegal pitch maybe called, but the pitch was a ball anyway. Maybe she's lifting her foot off of the rubber is what it looks like the umpire was motioning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch. Curving in the back door to the back inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I think she's a freshman.
Stevens fouls the pitch off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Dyson delivers a pitch. It's a weak grounder to third. Scott fires it across to Preston. We record out number 1 for Dyson.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 0, Marissa Medina.
0-0, Marissa Medina. Coming to the plate, 342 average, 395 on base percentage. Actually has 3 home runs and 4 doubles, so she can put it in play and have a little bit of power too. Ball hit the second. Gardner not able to handle it. Hits off her foot. Nobody gets the ball. And I don't know exactly how you're going to score that one. It's off of Gardner's foot, which hurt her, and she walked off, but the ball kind of scooted away. Very heads-up base running by
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 26, Isabel Guzman.
And that's going to bring up Isabel Guzman. And she misses on the first pitch for ball 1.
Back on the horse, let's go.
Long foul ball for Guzman. Runs count 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Runner on second. I think we're going to give that an error on Gardner in advance on the error. Inside pitch, fouled hard down first base. That's what you do. You serve that inside pitch up, and if they bite on it, they're going to hit it really hard down the line. But if it's in foul territory, it ain't doing them any good. So gets the count. 1-2 pitch inside off the foot. That's going to put runners on first and second. Let's see if
center fielder number 24,
looking at his lineup, probably going to be bringing a runner in. Monica Serrano digs into the plate with 1 out, runner on first and second. And Dyson, backdoor curve, starts in and moves across the corner for strike 1.
Literally watching surgery.
Dyson gets the pitch call. And I tell you what, that's a good pitch. It's ball. Looks like the batter, Serrano, is toeing the line knowing that the inside pitch might be coming and doing everything she can to just maybe take one off the leg. But that time she straightens them out. Britt not able to handle the pitch. Nice dirt ball read. And Medina moves over, trying to help herself out as much as possible. Moves to third base. That ball's going to go foul. Monica Serrano unable to get it to bend anymore. She's got 512 on base percentage. Leading the team. So you see this batting order. The average is not great, but the on base percentage is pretty doggone good. They do a good job of getting on base any way they can. She wants to go at that low pitch, but she doesn't bite on it. It's going to bump the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on second and third. High pitch, she goes after it. There's play in center field for Doremus, but runner on third's not moving. It's going to be the first score for the Tigers.
Next up at bat for the Tigers,
Runners
right
on
fielder
first and
number 11,
third.
Isis Taylor.
It's now 8-1.
We just gotta be up by 5 in the fifth.
No, but
We gotta be up by 8 in the fifth.
And that's going to bring up Isis Taylor. Dyson works ahead for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Runner on first and third. Serrano only has 1 stolen base. I don't see anything going with this first and third setup right here. Hard ball to center. Doremus is on it. She tracks it down. Jackson State's going to tag up, bring in a run. Nice sacrifice fly by Isis Taylor. That's going to make the score 8-2.
Next up
Great
at bat for
jump
the Tigers,
by
designated
Doremus.
player number 19, Christina Carlson.
To go and track that ball down almost close to the warning track. A low line drive, proper first step, turns and runs, goes and gets it, and we've got an 8-2 ball game.
they're from California. I think they went back to school.
Dyson works ahead on the count. First pitch strike. No balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. And that's going to be fouled over into foul territory.
I'm going out tonight, that's big. Very.
Dyson with the pitch. The right fielder, Demby. Demby stays behind it, but it falls in front of her. Throw into second base. Runner on first and third. 8-2 game with 2 outs.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, third baseman number 42, James Jackson.
Trying to chip away at the 8-run deficit they got themselves in the first inning. Britt out giving the first third signal. Jace Jackson at the plate. Third baseman had a rough first inning. She probably tried to make it good right here, and she does with a base hit single to run the score to 8-3.
That's 2 outs. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Pitch hitting for the Tigers, number 25, Kaden Harris.
Pinch hitting now, number 25.
She came in to play first base last night. So she's in the game.
He's actually subbed in to play first base earlier. Number 25, Caden Harris.
That'll teach me.
Alabama State goes to talk it over. Let's just get an out right here with a runner on first and second.
I was an outfielder, so I was never a part of the talks.
Ball high. Swing and a miss. One ball and one strike. 2 outs. Alabama State holding on to an 8-3 lead. The runner's on first and second. Dyson digs in and delivers. It's going to be foul. Run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. All right, Haley, let's deliver something big right here. Let's get a ground ball, line drive, something. Get out of this inning. Get back on offense. Nice pitch outside. Not across the plate, though. We're going to have 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got 2 runners on. And the pitch. Swung on, and Dyson gets her first K of the game. Swinging.
3-1-2.
This is 3 runs.
That'll do it for the top of the 3rd inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was 3 runs off 3 hits, 1 error with 2 left on base.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Alabama State still holding on to an 8-3 lead. Welcome back with Elena Scott coming to the plate. We got a new pitcher in Takaya Hill for Jackson State. First pitch deliver as a ball. Bottom of the 3rd. Jackson State picked up 3, cutting that lead like we talked about, not being able to bounce back with something at that first inning. Last thing you want is them to start chipping away one piece at a time. Pitch across the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got an answer right here, I believe, on offense. let Dyson, the freshman, know they got her back. She doesn't want to start losing the lead more and more. 2 balls, 1 strike to Scott. Pitch delivered inside. Move the ball 3 balls, 1 strike. Scott squares the bunt. Actually bunting for a hit, obviously, with nobody on. Pulls back, but pitch is delivered for a strike. Move the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's not a terrible idea. We ate them alive in the infield in the first inning. Scott fouls full count pitch off. Scott. Okay. We've got time from ball on the field. Out of the bullpen. And that's a miss. Full count pitch. Fouled off again. Scott's just kind of battling up there until she gets something she can hit. Still trying to figure out how they missed in the bullpen so bad that it got all the way behind the plate in play. I'd probably make sure I put my body armor up before I got on. If they go further into the bullpen. Takai Hill with a full count. Ball hit the shortstop. Scooped up by Caden Harris. Throw from Amaya Ruiz at short.
Next up at bat for the Hornets,
It's gonna be the first out
number
of the
3,
inning.
Bailey Greenlee.
Bailey Greenlee at the plate. Nice chop. Shortstop comes up hard this time. She's able to deliver the out. Caden
Next
Harris
up at bat
nice
for the
play over there
Hornets,
on
second baseman,
base.
number 14,
Greenlee
Jada
with great position.
Gardner.
Shortstop, though, this time, instead of sitting back on it and allowing the speedy slappers to beat it out, actually came up and charged it. It makes the difference in a step in or a step out. First pitch to Jada Gardner, delivered as inside for a ball. Gardner brings it with her to second base. Samaya Huckabee, who hasn't had much action the whole series, fires it over to Caden Harris. Delivers the third out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for the third inning. That was no runs off no hits, no errors
No
with
runs,
none
no hits,
left on
no errors.
base.
Nobody left on base. We're going to go to the fourth inning. Alabama State 8, Jackson State 3. All right, welcome back. Top of the fourth inning. Jackson State's Amaya Huckabee be leading off the inning. Maya Ruiz on deck. Maury Stevens in the hole. Alabama State has made another pitching change, and they go to Bailey Greenlee. Probably looking to maybe close this game down. She takes her pitch in the windup. And she delivers first pitch strike. Little line drive, third base. Keanu Parrish unable to handle it. Nice play laid
Back
out.
to the
Just
top
got
of the
off edge
lineup
her
for the
glove.
Tigers. Left fielder number 8, Maury Stevens.
Huckabee's going to lead off with a single. Maya Ruiz coming to the plate. And throw down. Huckabee with her 8th stolen base of the year. Madison Britt unable to get it over to second base in time. We got 1 ball, no strikes. Green comes down the middle for a strike. It's a big first inning for Alabama State, scoring 8 runs, but have since, we're now sitting at 7 hits for Jackson State to Alabama State's 5. Both teams have 3 errors apiece. It's just that Alabama State was more timely in what they did in the first inning. The pitch goes across for a strike. We got 1 ball and 2 strikes. A runner on second. Ball fouled back. Ruiz fights it off. Greenlee gets the call. We wind up in the pitch. Outside in dirt, she got a dirt ball read, and she's going to be able to take that base. And this is a nice stolen base. Reading the ball, change up, making the move, seeing the ball in the dirt, and it's a heads-up base running play by Huckabee. Ruiz with a 2-2 count. Hard foul ball down the third baseline. And she gets Ruiz looking.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, pitcher number 0, Marissa Medina.
Greenlee with her first strikeout of the game. Brings up
Lord,
Marissa Medina, the pitcher. Medina swings and misses.
So if you a parent and you got your kid playing softball like this, you just stay the whole weekend?
Ball gets away from Madison Britt. Heads up base running again by Huckabee, and she's going to slide in safe. Cut the lead in half. Score now 8-4. Alabama State with 1 out. Count on Medina, 1 ball and 2 strikes. ball in the dirt. Bounces down the first base foul territory. Preston picks it up and fires it in. Two balls and two strikes. Fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Greenlee continues to work. Got all up in her kitchen, but she was able to foul it off. Medina with a good at bat right now. A couple of foul balls to hang in there. Coach Montgomery calls her over. Don't know what else he could say to her. She's had a really good at bat. Bailey Greenlee's made some phenomenal pitches. Medina is hung in there. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Medina steps in, and I think we're ready to play again.
Five pitches in the same spot.
Greenlee gets the signal. Her wind up and the delivery for the pitch. It's going to be a little bit outside. Then we move to a full count. Ball down the middle. Ramus, a hard hit ball. Ramus makes it look so easy. Great first step. Draws a beat on it, tracks it down to the warning track.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 26, Isabel Disman.
From center field. Isabel Guzman. His first pitch outside, ball 1. A little low for ball 2. Again, Greenlee is a phenomenal pitcher. Seems like she's just laboring today, throwing well. I mean, getting the outs, doing what she needs to do. She's really pitching well. She's just a little less comfortable than she normally looks. That's tough. You're in the 3rd game of a set in 2 days. 2 balls, 1 strike to Guzman. Popped up. Short right field. Jada Gardner goes back. Hauls it in.
No errors, no one left on. 1-1-0-0.
1 run, 1 hit. No errors. Nobody left on base.
That'll do it for
Alabama
the
State
top of the
8.
4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. That was 1 run
Got
off
a lot
1
of
hit.
the
No errors with none left
Jackson
on
State
base.
0. Welcome back. Bottom of the first. Kendall Doremus at bat takes first pitch. Ball one. Delivered from Takaya Hill. Next pitch delivered. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alabama State had a big first inning, 8 runs, and since then it's given up 4. It's chipping away 3 runs in the third, 1 run in the fourth. And Alabama State needs to do something offensively to try to perfect spot to do it in with Kendall Doremus leading off.
Next up at bat for the
Grounds out
Hornets,
second base.
left fielder number 2, Madison Myers.
It's going to bring Madison Myers
Number 8.
to the plate.
Number 8 hitting.
Number 8.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to be bringing Jasmine Rogers, number 8, to the plate here.
So it's like pitch hitting.
No, she's hitting.
At bat for the Hornets, number 8, Jasmine Rogers.
Rogers was in the game defensively.
Alright, 8 wins.
Will be coming to the plate in 2 spots.
Freshman from Mobile. Long time.
Rogers' first pitch, swing and a miss.
Let's get through it. Let's go. On down to the ball. Let's go.
Chases the curveball outside. That ball is 2 strikes. Get in the protection mode, try to find something she can drive here.
Okay.
Sky Hill wind up in the pitch. She thought she'd get her outside one time. She went way out that time. Rogers doesn't bite. And balances the batter's pitch count up now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come across with a little bit more hittable pitch. Rogers hits it quickly to third base. Winds up, fires it across the dirt. That's going to be Jace Jackson to Caden Harris for out number 2.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, the right fielder number 5, Alexia Demby.
Now batting Alexia Demby, right fielder. Demby in the last game pounded her 14th home run of the year.
That's where it's going to be at.
Put a little band around the wrist of the ball. Checked him into Jackson Hospital because that thing was gone. Takes the inside ball. Demby
Hey, don't dump the barrel. Get through it.
squares it up, but foul. Takaya Hill takes the call, winds up, comes inside on Demby. 3 balls and 1 strike on Demby. 2 outs, 3-1 count. I'd be I wouldn't give her anything she could drive myself. That's going to work its way over the right center field fence, and Demby gets it back on the board. Home run number 15 by Alexia Demby. She goes oppo this time.
That's another
Scores now
home run. Right fielder
9-4.
Alexia Demby.
So I might not have given her anything she can drive, but they went outside. She just went out and got it, pounded it. And that's going to bring Alex Preston to the plate for the Hornets. Preston takes first pitch outside corner, strike one. No balls, one strike. High fly ball. Can always be trouble, but it's not today. Left fielder
1-0-0.
Maury Stevens hails it in. That's one run. Alabama State's one hit, which was a
That'll
home
do it for
run.
the fourth inning, ladies and gentlemen. That
No
was
errors.
one run
Nobody
on
left
one
on
hit.
base.
No errors with none left
Completed
on
4.
base.
Alabama State 9, Jackson State 4. Welcome back. Top of the 5th inning. Bailey Greenlee still in the circle. Serrano at bat for Jackson State. 310 hitter. 512 on base percentage. She has been hit 7 times this season. So she does not mind getting out onto the ball. Pitch goes outside. Ball 2. Takes high. Ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. You're on the lead off of the inning. And she misses outside for 4 balls. Jackson State leads off with a walk. Isis Taylor comes to the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Blocked up nicely by Britt. There we go. The first strike of the inning for Greenlee. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner on first base. Taylor at bat. Serrano over there on first, getting really big leads every time. Foul tip to the catcher. Serrano's much threat to steal. She's got one stolen base. Probably piggyback that off of a first and third situation. She's not afraid to get a big lead over there. Greenlee misses inside low. Move the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball's going to be popped up to second base. Jada Gardner covering a ton of ground out there. Back behind it easily. Hauls it in. And that's going to bring up.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 7, Takaya Hill.
Takaya Hill, the pitcher. She's in the game to bat for the first time today. In for Christina Carlson.
This is top of the 5th, right?
Greenlee gets ahead on this one, first strike. Holding that runner on first base. Britt blocks it up well. Greenlee kind of misses a little bit on the inside though. Britt blocks it up. We got 1 ball, 1 strike. Takaya. Foul tip. Britt holds on to it. We got 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another ball in the dirt. Britt keeps it clean. Gets it back to Greenlee. And then the pitch fouled off into Britt's arm. Misses her catcher's armor. Coaches are going to come out and see her. It's tough right there. Clean hit onto the shoulder area. Oh, underneath the shoulder area. Just missing the padding. And she throws the thumbs up. Madison's going to get to take a pitch here. Make sure she's got her wherewithal. Nice reception. And let's play ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. Alabama State up 9-4. Greenlee with a nice pitch. Works up. Kaya works. Lays off of it though and pushes the count to full. Misses outside there. Runner going, but it's ball 4.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, third baseman number 42, Jace Jackson.
One out, runner on first and second. Jace Jackson at the plate. Greenlee digs in, he's got the sign. He'll wind up in the pitch. Maybe down the middle for a strike. Greenlee working ahead a little bit better in this inning. Still laboring a little bit, but it's a little bit smoother this inning. Delivers a pop-up, third base, slightly in foul territory. The infield fly rule, if it's caught, it's out.
Good kid, good pitch, baby.
So going to be the second out of the inning.
At bat for the
Runner on first and
Tigers, number
second.
25, Caden Harris.
9-4. Caden Harris is coming to the plate. And Bailey gets her signal. A wind up and a pitch. And a strike. Working ahead, working ahead, working ahead all day long. Nice pitch, got a swing and a miss. That ball is 2 strikes. Let's see if she tries to just see if she'll chase after it or she'll just go after her hard with a third strike here. Feels like she's got her confidence in here. 2 strike count. Swing, tries to get her chase up high. It's gonna be ball 1. That was not a bad miss. The rise.
0-0-0.
Swing and a miss. No runs, no hits, no errors.
That'll do it for the
2
top
left
of the
on
5th
base.
inning, ladies and
We're going to
gentlemen.
the
That was
bottom
no
of the 5th.
runs, no hits, no errors with 2 left
9-4
on
Alabama
base.
State.
Just age.
Hey, we are in the bottom of the 5th. 9-4. Ball outside. Madison Britt. Got 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses outside. It's 9-4. They could do everybody a big old Easter egg favor. It would be like getting a golden egg if we could get 3 runs here and go home early. So we're relying on you, Madison, to get us started. She's going to try to fool everybody in the city of Montgomery with a bunt attempt. Pushed 2 balls and 2 strikes. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Last name's Baber. Baber. Evan Baber.
think double headers wouldn't be so hard, y'all, if we had better chairs.
Swinging a tip. It's foul ball. That's those 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got a time call. Coach Montgomery's not happy again. He's got a foul tip in the dirt, wasn't called. I'm not really sure how Coach Montgomery thinks the trajectory changed. Moves, keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Wind up in the pitch. A little high and away. Run the count to full for Britt. And then miss low. Britt evokes the walk to lead off the inning.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, third baseman number 22, Kiana Parrish.
Number 22, Kiana Parrish. And we're going to get a runner here for Britt. She was going to try to bunt for a hit earlier, so she obviously has some big wheels that nobody knows about, but they're going to run for her.
Number 4.
And they're going to put number 4, Lauren Maher, in the game. First pitch called strike. Scott, she dials back in. That outside corner that we've been getting all day, they're going to get it a little bit too. They just haven't been able to hit it as consistently. It's going to run a count of no balls and 2 strikes. Maher on first base. Scott battles and fouls it off. If I'm not mistaken, I believe she was the one that had a long at bat earlier in the game, fouled several pitches off. Gets one in on her hands. She fouls it off. Right on the line, but the spin's going to push it back toward the dugout. We've still got a 0-2 count. Tough spot for a batter. The pitcher has come in to the strike zone both times with a 0-2 count. Takaya Hill. She's got some room to wiggle right here. Let's see what she does. She comes back inside again. She's going for the kill. She's not wasting any pitches. Runs the count to 0-2. Stays at 0-2. Meyer stays first base. Scott takes first pitch. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. We got to run on first.
I ain't saying nothing about Lauren running. I'm getting discombobulated.
It's getting to that time of day.
Too much softball on one day.
Ball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. No outs. She comes inside, fights it off. That's going to stay fair, guys. And it's going to stay fair right on the chalk. Nobody's covering third. Meyer's in there. We got runners on second and third. Bailey,
Next up at bat for the Hornets, number 21, shortstop Elena Scott.
Number 21, Alana Scott, coming to the plate. No outs, runners on second and third. It's 9-4 again. We're looking for our Easter baskets to be full right here with a 3-run inning so we can go on home and beat this weather. First pitch called strike. Get outside of the 3 and 4 hole. I don't think it's going to end on one swing, but we got a couple of batters right now and a lot of speed loaded in with this 0-2 count. Just a couple of bats and we could be packing up for the weekend. Pitch inside to the middle. I think we're going to hold her up at third, but that's going to deliver a run.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, number 3, Bailey
Scott. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Bailey Greenlee. Scott, the freshman, has 10 stolen bases on the year, and with a first and third situation, Greenlee could end it. Protects him. Oh, we're going first and third still. Almost came out. Nice play to hold on. I think somebody might have missed a call. Coach Bradley over there yelling at the bench about something, but that's going to put one out here. So we attempt to still get it at second. Try the back end of that. It's out. She almost knocked the ball out of her mitt. She did a good job to hang on to that ball, and now we've got a runner on second. It's 10-4. Greenlee bats with one out. So a fly ball to center field is not going to be deep enough to move her. Would have been deep enough to score, though.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, second baseman number 14, Jada Gardner.
Comes to the plate. Nobody's covering. Alabama State able to steal one over. Could be the game-ending run right here, but we're going to call time. We're going to immediately take the shortstop out of the game for not covering and puts number 2, Rachel Barker, who's been starting at shortstop most of the series. She's going to go back into the game as a defensive substitution at shortstop after the shortstop failed to cover third base and gave her a free stolen bag on the bunt attempt. So now we've got 2 outs, runner on third. It's 10-4. And we got 1 strike on Gardner. Gardner gets the chop, shortstop. If it gets past that third baseman, you ain't getting her. Jada Gardner brings in the 11th run, and now it's 11-4 with 2 outs.
Back to the top of the lineup, at bat for the Hornets, center fielder number 1, Kendall DeRamus.
Gardner gets just enough on it to get past the third baseman. I'm telling you, get past the third baseman with this team, there's a dang good chance they're getting over. Pop up, but that's in a dangerous little area. Barker, who just came in the game, collides with the left fielder, but makes the play for out number 3. So we're going to end 5 innings. We're going to call an athletic trainer out to check on the left field. Actually, they're up, they're hugging, and we're good, guys. We're good. So there was a little bit of a collision with the left fielder and the shortstop. Shortstop hangs it on.
That was 2 runs.
It's going to make it 11-4.
No errors with 1.
Alabama State after 5 innings of play.
Second baseman number 4, Samaya Huckabee.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. Samaya Huckabee coming to the plate. Then we're back to the top with Maury Stevens. And the pitcher Marissa Medina for Jackson State. We've got Brooke Ramsey back behind the plate. Don't see any other defensive changes. Moving forward. First pitch inside, miss. 1 ball, no strikes. We're 11-4. Run ruling at 8 runs. So if we can hold steady here, we're back at the top of the lineup. Sneak another run in, and we can go home early for Easter, guys. 1-0 count. It's the pop up. It's going to stay in fair territory. Preston's not able to hang on to it though.
She got scared of that gate.
Right at the gate. but in fair territory. Just got the flap of that first baseman's mitt and wasn't able to kind of have the fingers to curl it on in there. Greenlee, next pitch. Swing and a miss. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Like, when you go from college,
Line drive to the shortstop, Lana Scott. It's going to be the first out of the inning. First pitch inside for a ball. So 1 out here. Top of the 6th. Greenlee with a pitch. Line drive to third. Parrish not able to hold on to it. Stevens rounds to second for a double.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, number 0, Marissa Medina.
With Marissa Medina coming up, Maury Stevens now on second base with the double. Nice pick by Brooke. Keep it tight at second base. No reason to try to take it when you're down by 7. Hard hit center field by Medina. There's going to be a play at the plate. Brooke hangs in there. But Maury Stevens is safe coming around to the plate. Brooke puts a little bit of a red tag
for the Tigers, number 26,
a little bit late.
Isabel Guzman.
And now it's 11-5. Hornets. Medina on second base. Isabel Guzman coming to the plate. Umpire cleaning it off. First pitch, strike, no balls, 1 strike. That's the first batter she led off with a strike this inning. She had really had 3 good looks at the last 3 batters last inning. She leads off with a strike on Guzman, ball low. She got 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitcher Medina on second base. Greenlee delivers, high fly to center. She's tagging. Duramus has got her. She's going for it. Duramus fires it in just a little off the mark. I think if she wouldn't have hesitated, the ball might have beat the runner.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, center fielder number
Medina moves over
24,
to
Monica
third
Serrano.
on the fly out to Duramus for the second out of the inning. (11-5), 2 outs. Greenlee. Inside pitch. A little bit too far inside. Got her on the arm. I think Greenlee looks a little disgusted. I'm not sure she's disgusted at the feeling like that was a bad pitch, or that the batter mighty tight on the chalk. There is not much room for the softball to fit between the chalk and the black of the plate. There's a fly ball. Left field. Jasmine Rogers
1-2-0-2.
brings it in. That's a run.
1-2-0-2.
2 hits. No errors. 2 runners left on base.
That'll do it for the top of the 6th inning,
Top
ladies
of
and
the 6th
gentlemen. That
inning.
was
We're going to
one
go to the
run
bottom
off
of the
2 hits.
6th.
No
Alabama
errors
State 11.
with 2
Jackson
left
State
on base.
5.
Finish it up here.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Alabama State. Madison Myers back in the game and batting. 2 balls. We've got Victoria Salazar for Jackson State back in the circle. She was the second pitcher, or she was the starter, I believe, in this game. She gets a strike across. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike here on Madison Myers. Two balls, 2 strikes on Myers. Bottom of the 6th. We're going to hope this finishes before we get 3 outs. If not, we hope we get 6 outs quickly. One way or another. Looks like we're going to be all right on the weather for the rest of this day. Myers fouls 1 off and keep the count going. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And ball in the dirt. We go full with Myers. Myers takes it with her to second base. Grounds out.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, right fielder number 5, Alexia Demby.
First out of the inning. Alexia Demby to the plate.
We're all discombobulated.
Because 1-8 before 5 last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just ain't crazy. One more home run, girl. Let's get out of here.
Change on the outside corner. Drops over for a strike on Demby.
Big baseball team supporting. I see you out there.
That one doesn't quite get over the corner. We're going to go 1 ball, 1 strike on Demby. Pitch to Demby outside, ball 2. Demby with a solo home run in the 4th, 3-run home run that provided the runs needed for the 3-1 victory in the first game of the day, the second game of the series. Gonna miss outside. We're gonna count 3 balls, 1 strike. I'm gonna put her. I'm not gonna give her anything she can. Maybe I can invoke that again. I wouldn't give her anything she could drive out and miss inside. She pounds it down the line, foul. It's foul. It's a full count. Demby, one of Coach Bradley's several California girls. Been a nice trip out to the West Coast to pick this one up, as well as the others. She's provided a lot of power, a lot of RBIs. She fouls 1 off. Hang in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Playing with fire. Continuing to throw to her. She took that outside pitch at Oppo last time. And she got a little bit under that one. A little too high. Left fielder, Maury Stevens, hauls it in.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, first baseman number 27,
Second
Alex
inning.
Preston.
Brings up Alex Preston. Preston, the senior, another one of the Cali girls, finds the gap between short and third base. That's going to bring up our catcher, Brooke Ramsey.
Next up at bat for the Hornets, catcher number 34, Brooke Ramsey.
Pitch running number 25.
Janiyah Boykin in to pinch run.
Pitch running for the Hornets, number 25, Janiyah Boykin.
See, I'm on a little something. It only took me 1 3/4 of the game.
Ramsey with her equipment off. She's going to be ready to get in this box now. If there's anybody else left to end it on one pitch in the lineup right now, it's going to be Ramsey, who has 5 home runs on the season. Boykin moving on the pitch. She's going automatically first to third. Third baseman makes a play, hauls it in, throws it over to Caden Harris.
0-1.
There's no runs.
That'll do it for the
One
6th
hit.
inning, ladies and
No
gentlemen.
errors.
That was no runs
left
off
on
one
base.
hit.
We're going to
No
the top of the
errors with
7th,
1
folks.
left on base.
See if we can, Bailey Greenlee can come out here, get in this circle, and finish this thing off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here in the top of the 7th inning. Jackson State coming to the bat.
Leading off top of the 7th, at bat for the Tigers, number 32, Precious Cooper.
Precious Cooper coming to the plate for Jackson State. Bailey Greenlee looking to get the save. First pitch strike. Next pitch low. Bailey with another strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Delivery up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we're going to run the count to full here. Greenlee gets the pitch. The wind-up delivers. Swinging. Strike 3. It's 1 down.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, third baseman, number 42, Jace Jackson.
Jace Jackson, third baseman, play with 1 out. It's been fouled out of play. Ball out. Runners count 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here. Top of the 7th. Fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball hit the shortstop, not able to get a handle on it. She's been safe at first base. Tough play to make.
At bat for the
All the way
Tigers,
across.
number 9, Brooklyn Morris.
Diamond is going to bring Brooklyn Morris, number 9, to the plate for Jackson State. First pitch. For a strike, fouled off. 1 ball. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first base. Greenlee gets the signal. Fires and misses on the outside corner. We're going to count 1 ball, 1 strike. In the top of the 7th.
Hey, finish strong. Hey, come on now.
Misses outside. Ball in the dirt. Picked by Brooke. Let's count 3 balls, 1 strike. And a drop ball into the dirt on the outside. And we've got runners on first and second.
Next up at bat for the Tigers, second baseman, number 4, Samaya Huckabee.
In Game 3 of the weekend series, Alabama State won first game 3-2 last night. Lightning delayed for about 2 hours plus. Bailey delivers high to ball 1. Won the first game today 3-1. And up here, looking for the sweep at 11-5. A win Puts us with a conference record of 11-4 and atop our division in the conference. This pitch gets away from Brooke in the dirt. Wild pitch by Greenlee. Runs count 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on second and third. Fouled off. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Give up the run. We're gonna runner on second gets in a rundown from the shortstop to third, back over and tagged out by the second
Back to the top of the lineup for the Tigers. Left fielder number 8, Maury Stevens.
Gives up the run to push the score to 11-6. On the fielder's choice. And that's going to bring the leadoff back up. Hopefully for the last time, Maury Stevens, number 8, the left fielder. Got 2 outs.
Come on, pop up. Pop up. Oh, God.
Greenlee to the fence for ball 1. Maury Stevens watches ball 2. It's 2 pitches missed high by Greenlee. She's kind of moved away from her drop, going more to the rise. Missing there as well. She's gonna miss that one a little high too. We got 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff. Maury Stevens. Comes down the middle with a 3-0 count, 2 outs. Wind up in the pitch. Popped high. DeRamus comes in, records the final out of the game, the final out of the series.
That'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score, your Alabama State Hornets 11, Jackson State Tigers 6.
Alabama State 11, Jackson State 6.
Thank you so much for coming out and supporting Alabama State Athletics.
10 hits.
Have a safe trip home.
They made 3 errors. Jackson State 6 runs off 10 hits. They made 3 errors. The big difference in the game, the 8-run first for Alabama State. So that's a 3-2 game last night, again in the lightning delay. 3-1 today in the 1 o'clock start. And the second game of the doubleheader, final score 11-6. So that's the Alabama State sweep of Jackson State. Moves them to 11-4 in the conference atop their division. And we're signing off now from Barbara Williams Softball Complex, Montgomery, Alabama, and a beautiful Easter weekend. Everybody enjoy it.